gentlemen, we're going straight into this. No music, no intro. Oh, fuck. I almost fucking fucked up my microphone here. Guys, let us know. People in the chat, let us know what's going on. Say what's up. Say what's up. Say something. Say something for me. What's going on, sweaty nerd? What is going on? Okay, we are good, so you guys can hear us. Let me get the rest of the team in here. I'm actually broadcasting from San Diego right now. So boom, here's the team right there.
Yeah.
Oh shit. That everybody there? Damn, and DC Sun went right into the multiverse right at this time, man. Oh my god. What's going on? DC Sun, please maybe just try calling in with voice instead. That might be better for you.
That's an option?
Yeah. You can turn off your webcam.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, with the webcam off. Okay.
You want me to turn off your webcam and see what's up? Just listen with you. Yeah. Well, one of the things that I wanted to point out, guys, is the fact that we are having a lightning storm right now, so this is like the craziest time to be doing this stream right now, but we're gonna make it happen, see how it works, and hopefully this is all good. It is loud as fuck right now. My room is shaking and everything, so yeah, there you go. Welcome to the Blurred Lines. We're here to do it. We're here to do this again. Let's go. Crack it open. Let's go, baby. Crack
Did you hear that?
Open. What?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear your drink.
Yes, we can.
We lost TT again.
Yeah. No. I'm gonna put him back in. Maybe if he can, if he can just do video only. Maybe voice only. That might work. But yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, so guys, it's the it's the recap of San Diego Comic-Con. We unfortunately did not have San Diego Comic-Con for many reasons, and obviously for precautions and such. So instead, San Diego Comic-Con had a virtual sort of thing with updates and all that other stuff. But before all that, let's go ahead and get to number one, Tyrone.
So I guess first we want to start off talking about the death of John Lewis. For a lot of young people who don't know who he is, he was a civil rights activist back in the 1960s. He was the House of Representative for Georgia, 5th Congressional District from 1987 until the day he died, which was, I believe, July 17th. To July 17th of this year, so about a week ago. And so we just wanted to just give him not a shout out, but just to acknowledge his life and to acknowledge his death. Do you guys have anything you would like to say about it?
Well, why? I mean, well, go ahead. What I was going to say is why was he, revered so well for you? And like, what part of impact was it for him, for you, basically?
For me, honestly, I don't know much about him. So I did do some reading after his death. So like I heard his name and I knew he was a civil rights activist, but I didn't know much about him. So for me, I guess like most civil rights activists, he obviously was in the marches down in Alabama. He was actually born in Alabama. He was born in Troy, so Pikes County, I think. That's a very rural area. I was born in Madison County, Alabama, so Huntsville. So I guess we have that same home state thing going for us. But other than that, I really honestly didn't know much about him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, I regret to say I didn't know much about him.
I know him the most, obviously, yes, from the civil rights movements and things like that. Are you also sharing your Scream Obsidian perspective?
Yeah, I'm trying to show the cover of his book or movie. John Lewis, Good Trouble. He's like it says, thousands of protests, 45 arrests.
Let me see. Yeah. Let me see if I can get that. Go
33
ahead.
33 years in Congress.
Yes.
He's lived it. He's lived it.
So he's not just saying it; he actually did the work.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh man.
My biggest thing I remember about him was he was one of the big people to do like the sit out a few years ago with the Democrats, like where they were essentially like holding the floor, if you guys remember. And I remember that he kind of was there was a meme going around with him saying like straight out of Senate or something like that. Like it looked like kind of like a rap album or something like that. But yeah, man, like he obviously was a little more active you know, way back when, but yeah, he was always up there really trying to from what I recall, him standing up for what he always thought was right, and like you said, the civil rights movement and things like that. And you always knew, or you always felt that he was, you know, he, like you said, he kept fighting that fight, basically. He kept fighting that fight, and so I get that. Yeah, rest in peace, John Lewis, for reals, man. Yeah, rest in power.
Rest in power, yes. Rest in power on top of that.
Rest in power as well. Yeah. Thank you, Santa. Okay, so yeah, there we go. And we're just losing people. Like I said, guys, this is gonna be a wild stream, because like there's so my girlfriend, she's stuck in a plane right now. Like the lightning storm is pretty wild right now.
Yeah, you can hear it. Yeah,
you can hear it's hard right now, and so
see the lightning.
Yeah, DC Sun's internet was already kind of odd to begin with, but now it's like completely bad. But hopefully we'll get them back as well, and such. All right, so actually, how are you doing, Tyrone? I want to try and did we also lose Tyrone now? Oh shit, son. I hope let me see. Okay, yeah, so Terry messaged me right now. His internet went down. It completely went down. I'm wondering if Tyrone's internet also went down as well. And thank you for the $199 donation there. Appreciate that. Going to the super chat. Michelle Avery, there you go. Tyrone just messaged me right now. He completely lost power. Yo, this is crazy. So only your boy right now, your boy, Akasan, it took out the lightning storm took out 3 brothers right now. Your boy Akasan is doing the damn thing. I'm on my own. It's just me by myself. How odd. I'm surprised. Like, I'm the one that I'm running a shitload of stuff right now. In fact, let me go ahead and turn off this air conditioner just in case I don't blow out. Like, I don't want to blow my shit out real quick. Hopefully I'm waiting for one of them to come back or something, because we ain't gonna have a fucking show at all. If this doesn't work. Okay, we got Tyrone back. I'm waiting for Terry to come back. Tyrone, are you back in? Wait, holy shit, the fucking entire power went out on Tyrone's side. Tyrone, I can't hear you yet at all. No, I can't hear you at all. And are you guys, I'm sure you guys aren't hearing any of that ringing or anything, right? Like, I'm getting a bunch of messages on our private chat. Just want to make sure you guys are good. Nope, we're still waiting. Damn. Well, I hope you guys are good, and I hope hello?
Yep, hello. Can you hear me now?
Okay, yeah, got you.
All right. Yeah. All right, had to turn my mic back on.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
So wait, your entire power went out completely?
Yeah. I was in like the dark for like a minute.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's the first time ever happened in this house too.
But Terry's entire internet went out, and we're getting messages from him right now. His internet hasn't recovered yet, so so we got to figure out. I'm actually debating what should we do at this point. Like, should we like postpone this for
another day? Yeah.
Like I'm down with a morning stream anyways, but
yeah, I'm down with a morning stream. Yeah, we could possibly. I mean, wow.
It would be kind of hard for us just for us to do it on our own, but
yeah. So
what do we want to do? What do we want to do? Yeah, it's coming down pretty hard right now.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I was also debating we could just take calls right now instead.
Yeah, we can do that.
We could just take calls, but we can't really discuss anything. Yeah.
Well,
okay. Yeah. Maybe we should do that. Let's just because we got 36 people watching us right now, we'll take some calls. We talked to John Lewis. We got that one on its own.
Yeah. We can just discuss some topics.
All right.
Maybe.
Yeah. What?
I was like, maybe we can start with talking about what is a comic book character or storyline or comic book series that you would like to see made into a TV show or a movie that hasn't already been made or isn't in
for me
works to be made. Yeah, or if people want to call in and give their opinion.
Got you. I got you. Yeah. I got you. Okay, here we go. Just fight through the adversity like an anime. I see what you're saying, Lord Blackwind. I get you. But you know, Terry always has some good topics. And it helps when you have a group to do this. When it's just the two of us, it might be a little odd. Hit us up, guys, over there on the StreamYard thing. You guys can go ahead and call in, join, and we can just hang out and chat with you guys instead. I was so ready to start drinking as well. That's just the most annoying part. Yeah, my Corona's in the freezer and everything.
Oh man.
But yeah, it's crazy. So as we wait for anybody to call in if they want, the thing I was gonna talk about is I don't know what we're having some crazy weather, like a typhoon. It feels like a typhoon, actually, honestly. Or a hurricane or some shit with this lightning and thunder and shit. My girlfriend she ended up spilling coffee all over herself on the airplane, and she's having a terrible day now. She has to go to the hospital tomorrow because she burned herself that bad.
It's crazy,
right? And now that she can't get out of the airport right now, she can't get out of the airplane because of this lightning and thunder. It's wild. Yeah.
2020 got her.
2020 got her. Okay. See, this is one thing I was kind of worried about. This timing, it's so hard to get people to call in. Hold on, let me see. Hey Siri, what time is it in New York? It's 8:35.
Yeah, people are probably at work or still sleeping.
No, people are sleeping right now. People are fucking sleeping. Yo, it's 5:30 It's 5:35 a.m. in Los Angeles. So I get why 9 o'clock is too early. Like I generally never really stream around this time. And things like that. So
we could probably adjust it. I think we could get more views, if we switch the time to like an earlier time.
In the morning, but then that means we got to wake up tomorrow. We got to wake up early as well and make sure we don't have a schedule. I think actually, wait, today is Sunday, right?
Yeah, Sunday. Yeah.
Let me actually check. I don't think I have any. Yeah, I don't think I don't have classes again on tomorrow for whatever reason. Yep, I'm clear for tomorrow, but I do have I can't really announce anything, but I am meeting up with some other influencers tomorrow morning, and hopefully you guys will see it's a little bit of a summit. Hopefully you guys will see that, see this video in the light of day later, I hope, but we shall see. What's up, John Charles Conry?
What's up?
Let me see. Because DC Sun is trying to get back in.
Uh-oh, he's back.
He's getting back. Okay.
Yep. Can you hear us?
Yeah. Yeah, I can.
All right, cool.
Did your power go out?
Had a little bit of a blip, and then internet just did its thing as usual. Died. Out. So yeah, good times.
But I was just wondering, like, no, because now
Oh.
it looks like that lighting and everything. That's why.
Yeah, because I stopped using the computer and using my phone. Because for whatever reason, using the computer that I always use for it's just not working with the storm going on, and I don't feel like sitting there for 30 minutes trying to get it to work while missing out on the conversation.
I understand. Yeah. Well, we're still trying to, like, Terry is Tyrone's the power in Tyrone's entire place went out. Yeah.
Oh, that's what that meant.
Yeah.
Terry can't even get his internet back yet.
Yeah, his internet is not even recovering.
Yeah.
If his power went out in the building, then chances are it's going to take 20 to 30 minutes for the system to reboot if he's lucky. Otherwise, it's going to take about an hour.
Yeah, true.
But hopefully sooner than that, because the routers and things like that on this side, they don't boot up that quick. It's just the way the system is set up.
Well, while we're okay,
but this Don Sueños tequila is fantastic.
And then hopefully we can get Terry to get on in here. DC Sun, you know anything about John Lewis? We were still on topic 1.
I was literally listening to him, actually, to Tyrone trying to explain of who he was and what he did, and roughly around the time where he said Georgia, everything went out.
Georgia.
Yeah. So as far as I know, yes, he was actually quite important and pivotal, and still is, even though he's not physically with us anymore. Important for what we need to do in the future and what has happened and progressed from the past. And a lot of that has to do with the sacrifice of time, effort, getting people to understand and see views that they normally wouldn't, because it's outside of their comfort zone, their demographic, their initial political views. But in general, the things that he did to help push Black life forward is quite pivotal and important. And it's something that I think is slowly starting to open the eyes of people around us, without getting too political and all that kind of stuff. I read an article about one of the schools in Alabama, Richard E. Lee High School. John Lee, I gotta look up the full title of the high school if I've got it wrong. Sorry, but either way, it's being renamed after him, and I think it's really cool because I remember being in Alabama, and that school was kind of a rival to some of the surrounding schools, and part of it because of its old history and how people viewed the South. So, having things change, I think, is a step in the right direction. Everyone's not going to agree with renaming establishments and taking down certain statues and things of that nature. And to some degree, I actually agree with that. And the reason I say agree with it, because I don't want people to forget. Just because you take it down doesn't mean it didn't happen. So if anything, I'd say set up a museum. And if you have to, set up several museums in those areas or districts. The statues and things you're taking down, no matter what side of the line it's on that you agree with or disagree with, have a museum explain what it was, where it came from, why it's there, so people don't forget, so we can move forward. Because taking it down, people in the opposite direction, I think, become so angry, they get blinded to the reasoning behind it, whether it's for what they believe in or not believe in.
Yeah.
And it's like, Germany did a really good job of educating its students. It's like, hey, look, this is what happened in our history. This was good. This was not good. But what we need to do is be better. So let's move forward by doing this. But don't forget these things, because these things happen. And I think that's important to teach our children and to teach our adults who may not know it, because there's a lot of things going on now where there are schools that have history books with inaccurate information in it. One of the things that was posted that I saw earlier was they had when they're explaining the demographic of an area and how the slaves were brought over. Well, the slaves were considered immigrants. That's actually what's written in the book, and it's like, that's not correct. And why is it not correct? Because immigrants would be willing to come over in most cases, as opposed to unwilling, let alone anything else that comes with the unfortunate situation of that time period. And it hasn't been corrected, and that is actually from a year ago. The updated version of that book, that history book, it still has the same information in it. And it's like, something small like that is important, because it makes a big difference in how you view things. It's like, if that's not how it was, you should change it. Sorry, that was a very long answer. So things are going in a more positive direction, and I think they're slowly starting to, and I'm happy that they are. But it'll take more time.
I got you.
Thanks, Darth.
Yes.
I just saw a message pop up.
Speaking of Darth,
like,
wait, hold on. Let's talk to Omar real quick, because we didn't know. We thought it was just gonna be me and Tyrone for a little bit, so we said people could call in. So let me go ahead and
please let them call in.
Yes.
Wait, now he's gone. What the fuck?
Yes.
Okay.
He was there. Gone.
No, I just the moment I clicked the add to stream, he disappeared. So okay, never mind it. All right, we'll take calls. We'll take calls in a little bit. So speaking of Darth,
someone's social media got mauled.
in the words of Jay-Z, grand opening, grand closing, all in the span of a few hours. Disney announced that they were going ahead and pursuing the idea of adding Darth Maul into some new features on their streaming service, Disney Plus
streaming service.
Yes. A great opportunity, as the Darth Maul character, loved by all, hated by few, respected by everybody, is really popular and has actually found a lot of life within the last couple of years, that being the Clone Wars series, and of course being a cameo in at the end of Solo, and leading to the potential of actually having Darth Maul included in a Solo story, Solo 2 story, or some sort of spin-off. So this was
Which
great
would have been
news.
very cool.
Yeah. This would have this is great news for all fans Darth Maul alike. However, Ray Park, the stunt man and actor that actually played Darth Maul in The Phantom Menace and at the end at the end of Solo, and as also known as Toad in X-Men and Snake Eyes in G.I. Joe, among other things. But mainly those are his claims to fame. But obviously his biggest role and influence has been in breathing life into the Darth Maul character. Interesting enough, within hours or so of did we get somebody? Yep, and he's back. Perfect, just in time. We got him. He's back.
He's back.
Returned.
I was getting so fucking mad because I'm ready to play Ghost of Tsushima tonight. And okay.
You know your internet situation is bad when I beat you back.
I know, right? For real. I'm like, Dante's back? What the hell, man?
Dante's back. I gotta come back, right? All right, so
where you been?
You're just in time, because I was just about to get into ahead of things here, literally. So we were just talking about Darth Maul, and so within hours of Disney making a huge announcement that Darth Maul is back, and we got several projects lined up on Disney Plus. Ray Park, the man that plays Darth Maul in the Phantom Menace and Solo, at the end of Solo, we'll say allegedly, posted a video of his wife giving fellatio on him on his own Instagram. No caption, just ... and about a minute video or so of what was that? No?
Of good times? What?
Good times?
No. Somebody like type no, like that.
Someone type no.
That's why we lost Terry again. Oh no.
Oh, that's why.
No.
He's pulling that updated Darth Vader voiceover. No.
No.
Sorry, guys, bad joke.
Wow, my girlfriend's still on the plane right now.
Oh, Jesus.
Damn, they will not let her off. Yeah, I'm just gonna say good luck.
Okay.
Like that.
Hey, what happened? I missed all of that.
No. So she's on the flight back home from Fukuoka. So
because
they won't let her off the plane. No, they won't let her off the plane because
the storm.
Because of the storm, like that. So that is fucking safety. Crazy. I hope she doesn't. Well, no, I'm sure it'll clear up sooner than later.
It'll clear up, but they do that because someone got electrocuted during a storm getting off a plane, so they're trying to keep down from being sued.
Are you serious? Are you Whoa, really? Yeah. Because it was on the tarmac.
Yeah,
it was on the tarmac and shit. Holy shit!
Stranger things happen.
Well, no, that is true. A lot of the cheaper airplanes, like we assume, like they all connect with the that, what do you call it? Like what's that thing that they connect to the airplanes? Is that called the tarmac? The gate. Yeah.
No, the tarmac is what they land on, bro.
What they land on, yeah.
Right.
The gate.
So the gate. What is that thing? The thing that extends, is that just called not a runway, right? That's
the gate.
No,
it's just the gate. Yeah,
it's the gate.
Okay, cool. Anyways, yeah. But yeah, some of the cheaper flights, you got to get off on the tarmac and then a bus comes up or something. So I could see that where somebody gets electrocuted.
Because then they have to drive you around to the actual
right.
To get picked up. I was looking for a picture
of
and
what?
I can't find
Darth Maul?
No.
Yeah,
no, really. When he came over here, when they were doing the Hollycon, I met him and we took some photos and stuff like that, and it was actually kind of fun. Super nice guy. And I remember when he came over, he had torn something in his knee because people were like, hey, do some butterfly twists and stuff like that. And he's like, I really can't, still recovering. But he got on stage and started doing his thing with a dual lightsaber.
Right.
But I took a picture with him dressed as Finn. And then two of my friends were dressed as Darth Maul and Snake Eyes. And it was just kind of weird because he's standing in the middle. It's like, yeah, this is awkward. But he's really nice. To be honest, I think he got hacked.
No,
probably.
Okay, so
hold on. It's too much of a coincidence.
Well, I'll speak on that in a second here. So, anyway, welcome back, Terry. So,
yes.
So, anyways,
what's up?
So this dude, he got. So I'm just looking at some of his photos right now. I'll put it up on here. So this dude, Ray Park, he's changed a little bit. He's getting older as time goes by. In short, that's the craziest shit. Disney is announcing all these projects, and then suddenly he uploads this video of his wife giving him head. Now, all that being said, so as DC Son just alleged to, people are wondering if he was hacked or not, because the timing was just all too coincidental. But his wife actually clarified, no, it wasn't. He wasn't hacked. He's just being crazy and shit. So I don't know. That's all I have heard from this point. The video
if so,
was
they what got in an argument and he posted it, because it seems kind of strange that Disney's making an announcement that they are pursuing or looking at pursuing multiple roles for him to play, whether it be in voice, motion capture, or otherwise. And it's like, hey, you know what? Let me see if I can sabotage my career in 30 seconds. That doesn't make any sense. It's just weird.
So here's what I was kind of thinking. Here's my
she
thought
got
about
mad
this.
at him and posted it.
No.
My theory.
Oh, really? Okay.
She was mad at him for something and posted it. Wow, that's rough.
I see. So my theory. So that's an idea, I guess. My theory was the fact that Disney called him up and was like, yeah, we're gonna be making these announcements or whatever, or he didn't know about these announcements, right? And then they announce everything and he's like, yo, what the fuck? He's like, okay, cool, so when I start? And Disney's like, yeah, we are going to be recasting, or we're going to get somebody else to play Darth Maul. And that was him on his I don't give a fuck feeling. And he's like, well, shit, if I'm not going to be working with Disney no more, then here we go. I don't give a fuck, like that.
I can see the not giving. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Well, no,
while you're still here.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Damn, DC Terry.
No, because I understand that feeling. You get into a conversation, your internet drops, and it's like, yo, what?
So when they say recasting the Darth Maul thing, is Sam Witwer still playing the voice? Is that
they did not say that though, for just clarification? But yeah, they didn't say that they're recasting. It's just a theory.
They didn't say that. But it's something that would kind of sort of have to happen if they decide to not use him. Yes, and Sam Witwer, the one that you're thinking of, who does the voice of Darth Maul, would be cool to do in an animated series, but. Not sure that they would cast him as the actual person of Darth Maul, because if anything, the one character that people are trying to get him cast as in live action is Starkiller.
Starkiller,
which is actually now, given people know him for his voice for many different characters throughout Star Wars, DC, and a bunch of other stuff, Marvel, whatever. But when it comes to because he's badass. You see that third picture down on the right-hand side where he's got the dual sabers? Yeah. That right there is the character Starkiller that they wanted to have him cast as. And it was rumored that he was being cast when, Star Wars Rogue One was getting released, and they were talking about bumping up the news for that, and then again for Episode 7. Because basically what they did was they took his name, his first name, gave it to Jyn Erso's father, which is Matt Mikkelsen's character in Rogue One, and his last name, basically Starkiller, or his code name, if that's what you want to call it, was basically used for Starkiller Base in Episode 7, and then made his character Legends, because they were trying to go in a different direction, so to speak. Since then, with the mixed news of the Star Wars trilogy, they're trying to get him cast as that character for the expansions that they're planning now.
No idea.
No idea what I'm talking about.
But the thing I was like, what the fuck? But here's the thing I want to talk about, because I just want to take a look at this photo real quick from Darth Maul. I don't know when this first photo. DC, when was this photo taken? The one on the left.
The one on the left, that was taken roughly.
Phantom Menace time?
No. The Phantom Menace. That's what, 2001.
Do you think this is Phantom Menace? This is
1999, actually.
Okay,
1999. Okay.
So I'm assuming. I'm just gonna go ahead and assume this is Ray Park, Phantom Menace. This is him in his prime, right? And then on the one on the right is
from
Darth Maul
Solo.
Yes. Darth Maul in Solo. My point is the timing is. There's something that was kind of obvious to me, and I don't know about other people, but the thing that was just kind of obvious to me was the fact that Solo is technically a prequel. Wait, nope. Nope, never
Yeah.
mind. Never mind. It made sense. Never mind. I fucked myself up. No. Because I was thinking Solo was a preview, but a prequel. But no, technically Solo is not. Solo actually comes after the Phantom Menace, so it made sense that Darth Maul would be older. So my point, what I was kind of thinking, what I was kind of thinking is what Disney might be thinking is that they're trying to look for a younger actor, because it did stand out to me when I saw Solo. I'm like, okay, damn, Ray Parker's getting up there in the years. It's not a bad thing. It made sense for that timeline, but I'm just kind of thinking, based upon what Disney might be wanting to do, if they want to do something around the Clone Wars time, or they might be looking for a younger actor to play Darth Maul. So I don't know.
So now, did you finish your Clone Wars?
Clone Wars? Yeah, I finished it.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll make the comment after that. Go ahead.
Yeah, because I was going to say, Ray Park isn't getting there in the years. If you saw the behind the scenes of the Clone Wars, this dude is still agile. He's still young. He's still young in the face. That was prosthetics to make the Darth Maul character,
look older.
Yeah, but this dude, he can still do it. You know?
He can. He very much so. He's actually posts once or twice every week of stunts that he's doing when he's practicing. Yeah, I wouldn't get in a fight with him. But for his character, so another reason for the prosthetics, another reason why his character is still around, because if you haven't seen all the Star Wars we're talking about up until this point, this is a spoiler. So bump off for a moment.
Wait, so I've only finished Clone Wars. I haven't watched Rebels.
So you've seen, I won't get into that, but you've basically seen the prequel movies, right?
Yeah.
You saw episode 1. Okay, he gets cut in half. Everybody thought he was dead.
Yeah.
His character was super popular. People liked him, so they brought him back later on the Clone Wars, where they basically said he was saved at the last moment and given legs by the witches, spider legs, and then changed into mechanical legs. So, anyways, from that point on, up until Solo, that's happening roughly within the same, say, 5 years or so. That's why he's still there, but has a slightly older look. Mm-hmm. So his character isn't killed off or anything like that by that point. Ray Park.
So what are we thinking? What are we thinking in terms of, do you think Ray Park's situation on Instagram was deliberate, or because his wife is saying it wasn't? I mean, it was.
I can't speculate.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's kind of hard to do that to like your partner. I mean, especially as a celebrity or someone I've noticed, like if he did that on purpose, there's a lot more going on than just, it was an accident. Because that's not something that you accidentally upload. Because I mean, we've all accidentally put up a photo. It's like, I should have used the other angle. That's different.
I've never done that.
A video, a video. Well, some people do. Like you'd go to an event, they send you like 4 or 5 different photos, and the one you post, like, that's a nice photo, and then you look at the other ones, like, actually this one has better lighting, or that angle is better. And then you upload it later. A video, I would go through that. You look at that, because that's several clicks before it's uploaded. I'm crazy, but
I would say that I think that it wasn't an accident, but I saw an article. I don't know if it's true or not. It said that him and his wife are going through a divorce. So it's possible, So it's possible that
revenge
something else behind the lines.
So like allegedly she cheated on him with one of his co-stars from another
Obi-Wan.
No, it was someone. It was from another. I think I can't remember what project it was on, but so she cheated on him with a coworker or one of his castmates, and so supposedly either he posted it or she posted it to get revenge on him or something. But I didn't read the article because I wasn't sure if it's correct, so I just kind of stopped halfway through.
Entangled.
This is why I can't
if any of that is true.
So I don't know. So I don't know.
If any of that is true, that unfortunately makes too much sense now.
It could be, when it comes to divorce, like that messes up the entire person's. And so I'm just gonna, if anything, Disney, regardless of what's happening, they as an institution have to make a decision. Do we want to fuck with this?
Right.
Do we want to fuck with this guy and what he's got going on, or do we want to break ties and keep on going?
And that's
the only
But I'm
thing.
like, hey, look, they had a situation with James Gunn and they repaired that, and that was a lot worse than a minute clip of
No, it's not. Oh, no, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, James.
Because
So you're saying tweets from James Gunn is worse than Darth Maul getting his dick sucked?
I agree. I agree.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Tell me why. Tell me why.
In the eyes of Disney or in the eyes of a production house like that, a studio, yes, because it was more than one. The language, it was more than one tweet. The stuff that was used in the tweets basically ended up being something that offended people in a group as a whole, and that's going from kids all the way up to adults. Where this, you don't see, it's on his Instagram, but you don't see his face. You see someone upload a picture of him in a video clip, but you don't see his face during that. That could be anybody for all we know. And I'm not saying that that's
Damn,
evidence.
Man.
That's evidence
sound like
that,
some
that
R.
happened
Kelly
to
shit
him.
now.
That's what I was gonna say.
I'm not saying
it wasn't me.
It's not evidence that that was him or wasn't him, but that would be the argument in court. Well, we don't see that person's face, so we can't tell. That's exactly what they'll say. So deniability is what the studio could use if they want to use that person still. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying we agree with it. I'm not saying that it's good, but I'm saying that's what happens.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then also, like what's up? Like at the end of the day, if that is him, he's getting his dick sucked. Whatever.
By his wife. His wife.
It was an accident, right? Like sex is sex.
It's an accident.
Like,
he makes a formal apology and everything is fine. Yeah. Think of how many actors that have been on other TV shows and things of that nature that have, had their things leaked, or whether it be their private information or on purpose or otherwise, but they found a way to make it work.
I'm sorry that I love getting my dick sucked by my wife, but at least I'm not James Gunn. And mind you, he apologized, but at least I'm not, like saying some real fucked up shit. If it looks like it hurts, that's how we like it. Get over it. That's my house. Like I don't fucking know.
No. If anything, he'd have to give a professional apology. Along the lines of sorry for what happened. It was very careless and immature, or whatever. But yeah, Disney has to make the decision to move forward with him. Or
you guys, right? But here's the question: if you're Disney right now, because I mean, that's the whole thing, and that's one of the things. The James Gunn situation was like that knee-jerk reaction of firing him was because we're Disney, we're the kids brand or whatever. If you're Disney right now, what are you thinking? Do you let's just say that it was deliberate?
What you just said, because the kids brand.
Right. So are you removing Ray Park from all projects from here on out?
No, I'm doing what Dante said. That ain't him. That's somebody else.
Yeah, it's like,
especially millions.
What it will come down to is they have to get more. Well, they don't have to, but usually they'll get more information. Okay, was this done on purpose, and was it done on purpose by you? If it wasn't done on purpose by you, then there's deniability, and something can be worked out. If it was done by you, what is the purpose behind it, and then what kind of repercussions do you have to basically go up and pay for in order to work with us if we decide to do that later on?
And at the end of the day, this is just my opinion, but I'm over the whole concept of people losing their cancel culture and losing their livelihoods over something that's, I don't want to say innocent, but an accident. My bad. Oops. Fuck. If guys like Mel Gibson,
I thought it was Twitter, not Instagram.
Yeah. If guys like Mel Gibson can still make movies, and still get work, and all these other assholes, and whatever. That's just how I feel. And these executives, I get it. They're using their calculator and they're making mathematical equations like how much money can we make. But I promise you, you'll still make a good amount of bucks if you just say not guilty. Let them go. Let them go.
This
Same thing with James Gunn.
And if he did do it and they still want to use him, he'll have to make a formal apology, and that'll pretty much be it.
This reminds me very.
it's big now. It's a big situation now, but 1, 2, 3, 4 months from now,
Yeah.
no one cares.
Oh shit!
Interesting enough, this reminds me a lot of the Finn situation a few years back. Somebody caught him on camera at Carnival, backing it up into this woman, and he was like, he did not back down from that at all. And they're like, "What?
I'm living."
Yeah, no, but it was like, what was even funnier is like, what would you do? What would Ray think? Like somebody said that shit. She was like, man, she could get it too.
It was like exactly. Come on, not guilty.
It's like this. It's your private time. When you're, of course, there are certain things that you have to do or not do because you're in the spotlight. But at the same time, you're human.
Yeah, and that's different from like doing things that I believe are intentionally meant to hurt people, right?
Okay.
You show up at a political rally, if you're tweeting some real garbage, right? Okay, we have a problem. But if you're out there, you're having fun, you're having a beer, you're having sex, we're good.
Yeah.
You know, we're good.
Do you feel,
depending on how graphic the sex is, because sometimes it's a little too much.
Okay.
So I have a question. Like, what's her name? Amelia Clark, right? That's a dragon lady, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You're
talking about
right?
that war criminal that destroyed fucking King's Landing.
If the person,
you ain't right. You know you ain't right.
Let's just say, if the person on the receiving end of Darth Maul's lightsaber was somebody in the industry and it was a cheating scandal instead, do you think this would be a whole different situation? If it was,
it would definitely be a completely different situation, because then there's more money involved, definitely, because that's multiple properties you got to look at, as well as multiple bank accounts and their images. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Because something like that happened in WWE as well, and that shit was a hell of wild. A female wrestler. What?
No, go ahead.
Oh no! I didn't. So a female. There was a sex tape that got flown out on the internet of a female wrestler involved in an entanglement with two other wrestlers and shit. And no. You wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even know her, because none of us like watch wrestling. So I halfway cared, because I was like, oh shit, another scandal, wrestling scandal. Oh wait, who are these people? So I don't even know their names, but they got one person remained unscathed, but everybody else, they got fired real quick. So So you just
reminded me of another example. Do we remember the fappening? Right.
Oh,
yes.
How could I forget? Oh, that
so,
was
that's where a lot of people's stuff got hacked and uploaded. Yeah, because it had Jennifer Lawrence was one of the largest names that was released on there. Yeah,
and so I mean that's an accident, a hack, right? And that's not that was intentional. And we're not going to let this destroy these women's careers. Like, they took their asses to court, right? And they did the thing, but they kept on moving. Like, all right, you got me, but I'm gonna get you back. Like, that's just what needs to happen with Ray Park. Like, if there was intentional, unintentional, let's just keep moving.
But right? I think there's a difference between having your private stuff. I mean, now he can say I think it would be in his best interest to be like, I'm sorry, my account got hacked, like that. And I think that would be the best to say, even if it's true or not. Just say it. My account got hacked. Everybody, I'm sorry about it. But Sith happens or some shit like that, and then we move on. Like we move on and shit. So personally, I think it is in the benefit, the fact that he plays a bad guy just helps his image and shit. If that was fucking Ewan McGregor's Instagram account, and I'm like, Opie, no,
it'd be a little different.
Whatever.
Yeah. I will say that you have situations where they talk about there's no such thing as bad publicity. Way back in the day, there is now, but that happening to his account, I also look at it did two things outside of giving people a chance to look at his account that didn't know it existed or didn't know anything about it, to, hey, he is now trending for a good reason or a bad reason. Let's move forward with these projects.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. like I said, Sith happens. All right, let's move on.
Yes.
Because there's not much I can. By the way, on the side note, because you guys just reminded me about Will and Jada. Will is still getting like hit hard on his Instagram. Like, yeah, there's no such thing as a bad publicity, but like people are just like, all the trolls have come out, and yeah, it sucks for him, but it is what it is.
What's number? I like his reaction to it. Someone posted a bad joke and he's like, haha,
right, I'm gonna block you.
I'm still gonna block you though. And I like that because he doesn't need to deal with that kind of stuff.
All right. SDCC updates before we get to the biggest one, because for me personally, I really didn't care about much to anything that was announced with SDCC. I mean, The Walking Dead, it's cool that they're going to be adding more episodes, but whatever,
New episodes.
I dropped the show like 4 years ago.
Right. 5 new episodes. But I'm also like, what? So does that just mean like you're going to have a shorter season 11 or something like that? Like, I'm like, whatever. But it's fine. I still enjoy watching the show, so whatever they want to do, I'm down with that. There were some other announcements that
what about
New
the
Mutants,
Walking Dead trilogy movies?
Whatever. They didn't, as far as I know, they didn't really say anything. As far as I know, this is weird because so this is the first time San Diego Comic-Con was announcing stuff in this particular format, and honestly speaking, I don't think it was handled as well as it could have been. I really felt like there should have been a proper hub, a website to go to where you can just basically click on the website and search for whatever content, and they would just have updates on and on and on. And I never really felt like there was a need to go anywhere. And so basically the only time I really got information was if Twitter was talking about it. So, people are still telling me, hey, what did you think about blah, blah, blah? I'm like, they announced something like that? I had no idea. They announced it. The only thing I really heard was about The Walking Dead, because I follow their account, and the Snyder Cut or Justicecon. And if anything, I feel Justicecon isn't even really a part of San Diego Comic-Con. They just used the timing to be on its own, and DC is doing their own thing. Marvel pulled out of SDC. They're just like, whatever. So like I felt
and the boys.
The boys had a panel. They had a panel,
and they're getting a season 3.
They announced season 3, but I'm kind of like, that's fine. So it's interesting to me because I feel like there's a mix of a lot of reasons why this San Diego Comic-Con did not work, but the main reason is just the fact that the studios just don't want to really give anything away right now, because one of the biggest things about San Diego Comic-Con is the movies, the fact that they can announce something. But the problem is movie theaters,
movies and TV shows,
studios don't even know what they can announce right now, because they don't even know when they're going to be able to start showing movies again. So I understand why they're hesitant to really announce anything or to show anything. Like New Mutants, I saw 2 minutes, like I guess they showed 2 more minutes, and I'm just like, I don't give a fuck anymore, because this shit just keeps on getting delayed.
Just give us the movie on streaming service and be done with it. Because it's been, when they show the trailer and it shows every single date that they've overlapped.
Exactly.
That's like, how did the actors feel?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, like I just and I said this before, my interest has faded in almost every movie. Like Black Widow, Eternals, Wonder Woman, Tenet. I'm still holding on for Tenet because I love Christopher Nolan, but every other movie I'm just kind of like, whatever, man. Like, if it comes out, it comes out.
I haven't seen the trailer for Tenet because I'm at the point when it comes to Christopher Nolan, I don't even watch his trailers. I just
spoilers. You just got to watch the movies. Yeah.
Like, and mind you, his trailers are great.
And like, Black Widow, I do want to see.
Yeah, but when it comes to Nolan, his trailers are vague on purpose. At least with Interstellar and some other stuff.
To force you to watch.
Don't even worry about it, bro. You got the money. I'll wait. I'm good to go.
And And actually, on a side note, I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about this, because this is a big topic that was brought up last week. Is WB is like, fuck this shit, man. We cannot keep fucking waiting on America to get their shit together, and release this movie domestically first. They're exploring for the first time ever. They're just like, you know what, we might have to just start releasing Tenet in Europe and internationally first, and then finally we'll get a okay. So you're for it?
I'm for it.
Definitely. It's like this, okay, and it's nothing against any state that's in lockdown, because that's an unfortunate situation for everybody involved, whether they're for mask or without it, whatever, I don't care. But for studios and everyone that's involved in making these properties, you've already done it. It's constantly pushed back. It's not so much that, oh, we don't get any money back. It's like, hey, look, I spent this time, energy, and whatever to prep for this role and to do these things, and no one gets to see it. That's a waste. Yeah, definitely send it overseas, release it overseas, and then bring it to the States. It doesn't always have to be released in the States first and then overseas. Do it in reverse. That's fine.
Yeah.
You make some of that money back anyway, if you're looking at it from a financial standpoint, but at the same time, you actually get people who were involved in it being able to promote what they spent all that time doing, as opposed to just twiddling their thumbs. What now? What now? What now? Let it go. Just release it overseas and move on. When you can open it up in the States, bring it to the States.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Put it on streaming service. And if you're like, well, we're not going to make any money. Okay. Attach a streaming service fee for that particular movie for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever it is, so people can see it, enjoy it. You make some money back. You made a good portion of money internationally. Move on.
Okay. Do you feel that it's going to encourage more people in America to illegally download?
Yeah,
I don't think that it's going to encourage more people. I think it's going to be the same as it always has been. People want to see something that comes out, they don't have access to it, so they look online for it.
Pirate.
It's no different.
I'd have to look at the numbers, but pirating is not as impactful as people
as it
say
used to be.
Nah, I would have to disagree with that. Well, it depends on the content.
It is depending on the content. Yeah.
Right. Because actually, it's funny. I was just looking at that on my phone. This is in terms of anime and such. Crunchyroll, 48 million monthly views. Funimation, 9 million views. We're talking online, but pirated sites. Kiss Anime, 112 million views. Go Anime, 62 million views. Anime Flu, 87 million views. Anime Ultima, 11 million views. 90% of people pirate anime, and it's hurting the anime industry.
Anime doesn't fucking count. Anime's been pirated for decades. Before the internet, my ass was going to Chinatown getting bootleg videotapes.
VHS.
Yeah, well, everyone got bootleg videotapes of anime and kung fu movies and stuff like that.
Yeah, true.
But that was also because of availability. Now, basically, hacking to get anime and stuff like that, it does hurt the anime business a lot, because doing one episode can literally take months, if not a year. There's a lot that goes into that, and they don't get. And there's something that people may not realize: animators on every level do not get paid well at all.
Right.
Even at the big studios, they don't get paid as much as they should, because they're doing a lot of that work, and a lot of it is not just repetition, but they have to repeatedly go over it to make sure it's what they want. One change is like someone saying, hey, his hand's here, can you put it over here?
Yeah,
that literally can take weeks.
All right, so you guys are basically, all of you guys are in agreement for releasing it internationally first.
Because when it comes to a lot of movies that were already
biased.
Because
we all live outside. Like I know where you guys are. I know where you guys are coming from, because you're talking to the dude that fucking left the country every time a Marvel movie or DC movie came out. I had to leave Japan, fly to fucking Korea to go see a movie. So
Man of Steel, that's right.
Yeah, I have no love lost for boo hoo hoo. We can't get our Corona shit together. So I'm like, you know what? fly to another country. Oh wait, you can't. Yeah.
The way I'm thinking about it is when it comes to
That's so messed up.
these companies, they gotta call it. They gotta cut their losses. They've been the movie's
agree.
already paid for, right?
I agree.
Every time they extend the release date, they gotta pay for that promotion to get people
Yeah.
to be
'Cause
re-engaged with it.
because that's more marketing you have to pay for.
Yeah. And so it's easier to just, all right, we'll cut our losses, and then from here on, we'll be a little bit more conservative when it comes to our budget, our marketing.
And that's what frustrates me the most about the New Mutants. I'm like, yo, Disney, this ain't even your fucking movie. Like, just put this shit out. Like, cut your losses, man. This was already a loss when Fox took it on. Like, yo, just get this out the way so you can focus on some other shit right now.
I totally understand that America is a big market, right? If people aren't going to the movies,
one of the biggest,
and then China, obviously, but like,
and then China, obviously,
I don't know, but like, you know, like I remember living in Italy, like Italians got movies. Japan got late. I think Italians are like
Japan.
Japan is dead last.
Dead last.
Fucking last. That's why I have no love lost for this situation. I'm like, guess what I did the last 10 years?
They're not making any money by doing this, but it's like, let's disengage these contracts and just start fresh anew. Because I don't know what's up with the talent. It's like you said, New Mutants. These guys did a panel. Are they obligated to do those fucking panels? Because my ass wouldn't. I'd be like, I'm done.
Yeah,
I did this shit when I was in puberty.
No, it's in your contract. It's part of your promotion. It's part of your press thing. You have to.
Mulan delayed indefinitely. Empty Man bumped by 4 months. Death on the Nile bumped by I don't even know what that is. Bumped. Yeah. The Last Duel bumped. Avatar 2. This is the big one for Disney. It's the big one. Avatar 2, Avatar 3, Avatar 4, all fucking bumped.
And
Untitled Star Wars movies. Yep. Bump a lot.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard, man. It's real hard.
We're gonna see a change. We're gonna see an interesting and maybe a good change, because I remember back in the 90s when like a movie was in theaters for 3 months, right? Just let it ride. Right. Just let
I think it's going to be a 1 month deal now, because you also got to realize they're making other movies right now. You know, they're making other movies right now. So what's going to happen is like, it's all this shit. And that also, I agree with you. It kind of frustrates me about the whole idea of, you know, all we have is like, we're going back to the old shit and we're all focusing on like the Snyder cut because DC can't release any of their newer movies, Wonder Woman, all, you know, the new Batman coming out, things like that. So we're just like stuck in a fucking limbo. All right, let's move on to the next topic, which is number 4 is The Weeknd. Yeah. Somebody explain what The Weeknd is.
So,
I
like The Weeknd.
Go ahead.
So The Weeknd. So he's a great R&B artist, rapper, singer. I don't know what genre you call him,
but like all around talented artist.
Yes. He raps a lot. He sings a lot about drugs, which I don't entirely agree with, but I love my booze. And he's great. His music is great. His collaborations is great with Daft Punk and stuff. And he just did a fucking a music video with I cannot pronounce
Studio. I can, because it's one of my best friends that owns.
Artel Studio, and it's like Omerito, like congratulations, you know, that's a good fucking contract right there, and it's perfect. It's perfect, especially when it comes to The Weeknd and his sound. It works well with that art style.
Art Studio. Yeah. So Arthel basically had the name. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Taro. I'll
go ahead.
So the name Dayart basically comes from Arthel and Darnell. They're twins. So his twin brother Darnell works in LA in the film industry, and he's really talented, just like Arthel. But Arthel deals in animation, where he deals in live action film and such. But that said, the Dayart is Darnell Arthel's name, and the Stadio, he wanted it to stand out because everyone says studio, and when they try and say it with a English pronunciation, it has a little bit of a nuance added to it. So he's like, well, I want it to stand out. I want it to be where when you look it up and when you look at it, oh, hey, what is that? And you have to kind of think twice about it, which was kind of smart. it is difficult to pronounce for most people, but once you get it, it just sticks.
So it's not katakana?
No, it's stadio.
Okay.
So
Stadio.
it's partially influenced by katakana, but the spelling itself is done that way on purpose. Because if you look at it, the SH and the T, there's no vowel in between them.
Yeah.
But they are Stadio. They've been working with artists for music videos and commercials for like the past 2-3 years. So you've got Future, you've got The Weeknd, Bad Bunny. They've worked with Adidas. Like they have a full list of stuff. Sturgill Simpson, who I actually worked with them on. Sturgill Simpson had an anthology album that's actually on Netflix now.
Yeah, I saw that.
Definitely check it out because the 6th and 7th track in the anthology was done by us. And the reason I say us because I worked with DART doing background designs or logos and stuff like that, depending on the project, and voiceovers. So working with them is one of the best things I've done since I've been in Japan, because you go in, it's like, hey, look, this we're looking at, we want to do this, we want to do that. Okay, let's just get it done. And they get it done. You know, animation takes a long time, but their visuals, the art style, and the way they set out to go and do it, I really like. And it's a close-knit group. Working with
the real question is,
Weeknd
when the fuck
was...
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying, so when's that? What's up with that Comics Plus Blurred Lines anime coming out?
Yeah, right.
I can tell you exactly what Arthur would say, and he would say the two things that would make that happen:
show me the money
and budget. No, schedule and budget. For the most part, it's
schedule. Boom, done.
Schedule,
I'm ready. Yeah.
If you can work it into the
money,
schedule,
boom,
sure.
Patreon.
Yeah. The money is what's going to be the catch, because you have projects that are short term and projects that are long term. And if you have 2 long term projects, they may not touch a short term.
It's all good. It's Corona. I'm gonna call him up right now and be like, "Yo, Arthel, cancel your schedule. Akasan's ready. Akasan's ready. Let's do it."
It's funny that you mentioned that about the budget and the schedule, because, like, in all truth, when I started seeing their work from the beginning, even what you showed me, I thought, okay, that's a good intro, but I want to see more, right? You know, like, I feel like if they got like the legit funding, like they could take that and, like, you know, like make something.
Well, you'd be surprised. They've actually had quite a bit of that, but they're used for commercial spots, or they've worked on other animation like Castlevania. What is it? The One Piece, Castlevania, JoJo, stuff like that. There's Tokyo Ghoul. They also did their own. They were trying to do a series of shorts, and one of them was Shoujo no Pyoro, which I voiced the character for, the main character, and is basically the doll or the doll maker. And I had a blast. That was fun. Exogenesis, which people got to see at Anime Expo 2 years ago, year and a half ago. But you know, they shopped it around or whatever, and just timing, Corona, whatever. It's right now, you know, on the back burner. But voicing characters for that, doing design work for those things is fantastic, and I love it. For DART, they are definitely going to be coming out with some stuff within the next year or so. I can't say anything directly yet because NDAs, but this was the beginning of something.
Yeah, exactly. Really, that's what I'm saying.
Definitely keep them on your radar.
Yeah, because it feels like the genesis of something, you know, a lot more prominent. Like, not like they haven't prominent before, but like the Weeknd is a big fucking deal, right? And with that, I can take that and kind of lobby for more larger projects that give them, I don't know, like that fucking who's that guy that did Spirited Away? I'm drunk right now.
Hayao Miyazaki.
Miyazaki.
That Miyazaki fucking fame. Like, I want that black dude to be like this, right? In the 21st, 22nd century. You know,
Yeah.
that's
we need. So what you're saying is we need the Negro Walt Disney. I got you.
yes, yes,
Okay.
please.
I got you.
Onegaishimasu. Let me get that fucking guy.
What else are you doing, you asshole?
That's all I gotta say about that. Yeah.
Anytime you're dealing with a studio or an artist specifically, the things that they have to balance or take into effect. Okay, you may get a big budget for a property that, say, is that studio's IP, or you could do something original on your own, make it your own, and kind of grow it from there. It's a 50-50 split, because it's like which one will progress me as an artist, or progress me as a studio further in the direction that I want to go. And that's kind of a conflict that's going on now, since things have come out. People want to have more anime done, and it's just popping up everywhere.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
All right.
There you go. You guys are hearing that, right?
Sound bites.
Yeah, we hear it.
We're
Yeah, we hear
hearing
it.
it, and it's coming up all choppy. But
Perfect.
Yeah, it's kind of
perfect.
choppy.
That's the main thing. The reason why is because we're moving on to our fifth and final topic. Okay. Justicecon 2020. Be there or we don't fucking care. All right.
I look at it as DC fandom in August is what I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope.
Fucking dream world.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm hoping it is, because it's the first time, but I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with it.
I'm interested in that. Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry.
We're living in a
What's up,
fucking dream
Chuckles?
world.
Chuckles.
I love the soundbite machine. Oh my god. All right. Woo. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, Justicecon was held. I mean, call it whatever you want. But I actually checked it out for right before this podcast. I wanted to see what it was all about. And essentially, Justicecon was established by I guess 2 or 3 women. Big fans of the release the Snyder Cut cause. They were very big in getting the word out, and also most importantly, getting donations to charitable societies and contributions and things like that. Sorry, that Corona is hitting actually a little. The drink, not the. Anyways, my point is over the weekend, or actually yesterday, and today is the second day. They've been doing interviews with a bunch of people that have actually worked on the Snyder Cut, the original cut of the Justice League, and obviously you had a lot of different people, Jay Olivia in it, Ray Porter in it, Ray Fisher was interviewed, and these are actually really, really good interviews. I actually really enjoyed them, and I was actually pleasantly surprised. The first part of the Zack Snyder interview, and his interview actually really made me remember why I liked Zack Snyder as a director. Him explaining how.
Bless you. That was his soundbite.
Thank you. Okay.
Carry on. Let's go.
Let's go. So I really actually enjoyed it a lot. He was talking about the anamorphic style and how he was really inspired by BVS, the IMAX shots, about how good it looked in BVS. And so his idea for Justice League was to shoot it in the IMAX old school, not the TV IMAX, the digital IMAX that we get, but we're talking about the science
actual film
IMAX, the actual film style, and how he shot Justice League that particular way, and how he's restoring it to that particular idea. And his dream is the fact that hopefully everybody will get a chance to view it in that IMAX, that proper IMAX ratio, because that's the way he thought it looked the best. So it was actually really cool to hear that part of the interview. And then he went on into his part of the Snyder Cut. And then we actually were treated to a clip of something special. Do you know about this, DC Son, at all?
I've seen some people try and post pictures, and I quickly avoid it because I didn't have time to look at it, and I'd
Okay,
rather look at it later.
Do you want to watch it now?
Show
Okay,
that
then.
shit. I haven't seen it.
Okay, well here we go. I'm not even. So this is. I'm just gonna
What do you
cue it
think
up
we're
to the.
here for? No, I'm just lying.
Oh, DC Son. All right, so I'm gonna
I'm
share it
joking,
right
I'm
now. Wait, what? Stop sharing. No, of course share it. Okay, here we go. I guess I'll do it with all of us.
Wait. Did someone say don't share because they hadn't seen it yet?
I don't give a fuck. Share that shit.
Here we go.
Maybe less than that. I'm not sure. I'll have to check. He did all the ones to cryptically, like anything that we kind of,
all the gots and stuff.
yeah, anything, all the gods, yeah, for sure.
All right, here
Anything
we
that
go.
has,
What's up? All right, 1 second. Here.
and then I can talk a little bit about it afterward, and I'll tell you what it is.
I love that guy.
All right.
Here we go.
Jurassic Park.
Oh shit!
Wow.
He's wearing the black suit.
When you're out.
He's wearing the black suit.
Yo, that's it. That's it.
Yo, I don't care. He's wearing the black suit.
What did he say? He said you're Alfred. Like you're Alfred.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
assuming you're Alfred.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck, man.
Oh, nice.
Sorry, I messed that up a little bit, but I was so nervous.
So there you go.
And I know also
So he's gonna talk
I
about.
got goosebumps.
Hold on.
they
Mm.
done, and I was away from it. They went back into scenes that I had done
Yeah.
because you guys were making so much noise on the internet about, the Snyder cut.
I don't know who the fuck are these people.
Deleted.
Uncle Fester.
They're the ones that played Justicecon.
Guys.
They just, without asking me, they just put it on.
Yeah, I
I
fucked
didn't
it up.
care. Because it is what it is. Without asking me, it sounds rude, but it is. I didn't care.
Yeah, it didn't look as good though.
But and of course, it's not Final Color or anything like that. I just this was just. The guys we were looking at some visual effects shots the other day, and that shot came up, and I looked at it, and I was like, "Oh, give me that shot, give it to me. I can put that. I know where I can show that. I think some people will appreciate that."
So in short,
It's really, I know you.
All right. So in short, from what I can, look at DC Son. So what I can gather, you guys in the chat can correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm only really picking this up on excerpts on Twitter, is the fact that Zach explained that original shot, so if you guys remember a few years ago, they were talking about how, yes, there was the black suit cameoed in the Justice League or BVS, one of the two or whatever. And but what he was saying is that the studio was not a fan of the black suit idea, and so they went with the red and blue. And so from what I can tell from this interview, he was really adamant, and he's like, yo, well, since it's my cut, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. And so he's making it the black, and it looks like kind of gray cape type suit for his Superman's return. Yeah.
Like so based off the comic book, so he would come back wearing that. Oh, hey, you're Alfred. And when you watch the original trailer and there's something with a slight blue and red floating behind Alfred, that's the actual costume. He's like, oh, hey, he had me say this for you, kind of thing. It's like, hey, there you go.
Right.
Changes and then goes off. Either way, him showing up in that suit, actually wearing it, I don't care if he said absolutely nothing. I was like, hey, that's good fan service. We can move on from here. You can keep it on for the rest of the movie. Don't care. It actually fits with him coming, because it fits with his character coming back to life.
Yeah. And it's funny for me. If anything, I appreciate Zack Snyder for the technicality of it. He's maybe I don't want to say the only right now, but he was the first director that made me feel like a man can fly. Like, I get it, Richard Donner, that shit was old school, but like the way fucking, Superman just drops down and then carries on with the scene, fucking Man of Steel and that shit. He's the best when it comes to flying. And the sound of the sonic boom every time my man takes off, that's fucking dope. Like, that's dope as hell.
Now, I will say this. If you're considering we all know that I love that storyline or whatever. If you're a Marvel fan, the only character that's done anything close to that where they actually had sound make a difference was the first Iron Man movie.
Yes.
True,
when-
yeah.
After that, it was like they kind of sort of just said, well, we don't really need it.
I totally
And I was
get
like, oh man, but it was a really cool effect that they had with his character when he flew off. So watching Superman do that, and I was like, yes, this is exactly how it should be. I should hear that. I should see that, because doing it, you feel it when you're watching it. It makes a big difference.
I don't think Zack Snyder gets the props he deserves. I get it. Akasan, Batman kills people in his universe. but man,
look at his face.
From a technical standpoint, this man is like, he doesn't get the fucking props he deserves. Like, those visuals are insane, you know? And
nobody has ever said that he's bad at visuals.
Okay. I'm just calling.
Even the biggest of haters. Yeah,
Okay.
the Tyrone just left because maybe he has, but even the biggest of haters have never said that Zack Snyder is bad at visuals.
Okay.
Like, let's not get that wrong. And I said how just listening to him talk about directing reminded me of why I used to like him as a director, because
he's
when it comes to visuals, he's one of the best there.
And
that goes unchallenged by far.
And so I hate the way, if anything, from a business standpoint, I hate what happened with him and his cut. Right, let him finish the journey. I get it. Some people thematically may not have appreciated the story, but like, come on, like, if it sucked, just throw it away, call it a day. Like the Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man series. But at least let him do what he wants to do. I don't know.
I get that, but I get that, and I really don't. I don't know if I really want to go down this path. But in a business sense, if my chef is fucking up in the restaurant, and I'm trying to keep that restaurant open and continue something, I gotta let that dude go, regardless if the orders are gonna be fucked up for the next couple of weeks or whatever, till I can find somebody to do something different. So you know,
that's a Dave Ramsey thing.
Exactly. If I'm Wolfgang Puck and my new chef or whatever is fucking up, like, I gotta clear out the whole kitchen and make this work. So
put mayonnaise on pizza. Nah, in my restaurant, mayonnaise on pizza. What you want? Okay, I'm leaving. Bye.
And things like that. But all that being said, I'm happy to see that people are happy. So I'm happy to see that people are happy that the Snyder Cut is coming. I'm glad the Snyder Cut is coming, so we can stop talking about the Snyder Cut and get back to the future of DC films. My biggest concern is,
and move on to the Ayer cut. That's fine.
Backtracking, and that's my big, like, we've DC Sun and I have talked about this many times before about the Snyder Cut. Is, to most everybody's knowledge is, I saw that, and this is another problem I have
because I think they paraphrased what he said as opposed to.
I get it, and I was trying to get to that quote, but I couldn't find it. But I think he was just answering questions. Yeah,
Please
a fan. I think they were taking fan questions, and I think somebody asked him, "Is Zack Snyder going to use any scenes of Whedon's part of Justice League for the Snyder Cut?" And essentially, Zack Snyder said, "What did he say? The quote, real quick. Do it again."
The quote says, "I would destroy the movie. I would set it on fire." The full quote basically says, "I would destroy the movie," he said, "during the fan-organized Justicecon panel. I would set it on fire before I use a single frame that I did not photograph."
That's innocuous.
The thing is, he hasn't seen the movie, and the reason
right.
The interview that he had before, I think it was with Grace Randolph, and he's talking about it. He hasn't seen it, and the reason he won't watch it because he says it's not his, and he doesn't want to touch it or do anything with it. He'd rather work on what he had planned, what he had control over, and finish it out that way, and not worry about stepping on anyone's toes, making anyone. It's like that's his. That's over there. This is mine.
From a small scale YouTube standpoint, like, I'm not using other people's footage. Like, I'm using what the fuck I personally shot and done. Right. For him, is a big scale. Like, I'm just not gonna do it. Like, just I totally understand. You know, I don't want to see his stuff. I got my own, especially if he has hours and hours.
Right.
You know?
It's like,
yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. I like what Ray Fisher actually said the most, and it makes sense what you guys are saying. Unfortunately, with Zack Snyder, because it coming from him, I think that's the biggest problem, because Zack Snyder does have a bit of an attitude when he talks about his stuff, and he does have this kind of like edgelord type of feeling when he's even when he's when it's in his best interest, he'll just keep on talking and talking, and that will rile up some people. He's not the only person out there that makes those kind of comments. You know, Trump does it, even Brie Larson as well. So I get that. So it's really easy to take things kind of out of context. Like even this one,
You're living in a fucking dream world.
I mean, that was him defending his choices of what he did with BBS and his images of heroes. But
I agree with that though.
But that pissed off.
He's allowed to have an opinion when it comes to that. Like, get the
He's
fuck out of here. This is my movie.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. He's allowed to have an opinion, but that also means that he's got to be ready for the flack that the backlash you were just talking about, Terry. That's going to come from that. It's his movie, but those aren't his characters. Those are everybody's characters.
And so I think he felt that backlash, though. I mean, like, come on, like this guy. I'm sure maybe he's not on the internet. I'm sure if I would hear him, I would just be analog as fuck. But like, it's there, right? Every time he goes to a meeting and like, hey, I'm sorry, Zach, we got to replace you. We got this guy from the Marvel Studios, right? Like he has to live with that shit, and so this is his ability to get redemption. But like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like he says what he wants to say, but of course he's gonna have to deal with that backlash. But I mean, he's he's a businessman, he's a director, he's on that stand, he's on that level.
I mean, that's fucking business in general. That's show business, you know.
Yeah, I think what he may have set out to do, people that didn't agree with it may not see it from the standpoint. If you look at TV shows that came out and you have two heroes fighting or two villains, you have basically metahumans fighting each other, and there's a bunch of damage, collateral damage. You know, you had these short-lived spin-off TV shows that were about people that were in those situations and watching it happen. Well, what he's doing is like, look, this is what's happening. This is the damage that's done. And because you can't have one without the other. And sometimes people are like, well, these things happen. Well, why can't it just be bright and sunny the whole time? Well, because that's not life. You know, life is the good, the bad, the gritty, and all that kind of stuff. But having it mixed up together, people are so used to having a safe, enclosed environment for a movie where things are clear-cut, dry, black and white, that when it gets in that gray area, it becomes conflicting.
And this is the last.
That's not just Zack Snyder. That's in general. Look at our comic books now, and the way we have our stories written. They're much darker. They're much more grittier than they used to be.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Like from a standpoint, like there are comic book writers. I'm looking at my collection down here, right? Like if you don't like it, like if you don't like Zack Snyder movies, just wait for the reboot. It'll come. Right, like,
and that's what I'm waiting for.
You know what I'm saying? Like it'll come. Like it's for him. This is my shit. Marvel gave me Spider-Man. Deal with it, right? Fucking Disney, DC gave me Superman. Deal with it. And I guess I'm coming from a Spider-Man standpoint. You know how many times I had to watch my dude get fucking like fucked in the ass with this bullshit, you know, of having to give up his marriage to Mary Jane, you know, and then Mark Webb.
I was like, what comic were you reading?
I'm like,
I'm just saying,
what Elseworld story is that?
like I guess like the fucking the mascot of Marvel Comics has been fucking shitted on for like ever. It feels like, and I'm just like, just give the guy a chance. Essentially, let him give his interpretation. And if you don't like it, eventually it'll reset. Like this is my shit. You live in a fucking dream world, and if you don't like it, don't see my movie. That's essentially his message, you know. So,
and
I like what Ray Fisher said though. I think he had the most sensible answer to this situation because, and especially given this particular battle that he's having excuse me, with Whedon right now, he still said he's like, look, like, let's not get it twisted. There are still people that are going to like the theatrical version of Justice League. That's a thing that exists. People like it, and people are really into it, and we have to accept that there's going to be people that like it. And I think that's what I like about that situation was the fact that he's not saying that the theatrical version is bad. Some people might think it is, but what he's saying is that yes, there is a vision out there.
Like it. Yeah.
Right. There is a vision out there. There was an original thing that people signed up for that never saw the light of day. And that's all that he's trying to do is get that out there. And particularly because that original version of Justice League focused on Ray Fisher's character Cyborg a lot more than it did in the theatrical version. So I like the answer that he gave because it basically showed that, look, he's not saying that the theatrical version sucked. It's just wasn't for him.
It's just different from what
it's exactly. And I like that. And I like the fact that we can treat this as an Elseworld situation. My biggest concern is that based upon what I remember, this particular Snyder's version of Justice League, it ends in a cliffhanger. And my concern with that is, okay, if the Snyder cut is as it is and it ends in a cliffhanger, then what happens? Are we going to start having reinstate Snyder? Are we going to have a big problem after that? Is there going to be this continual war between people that are liking where DC and where Warner Brothers is going, and then the people that still want Snyder to do Justice League Part 2 and Justice League Part 3, you know? But
I'm completely okay with both of those, and I think the best way to do it is it's being released on HBO Max, right?
Right.
So if it comes to where, hey, it's got the reviews that the studio's like, you know what? Maybe we should pursue something like this. Okay, you now have content for HBO Max. You have an HBO Max Justice League series that you can do or movie that you can do. That's done. And what you're trying to focus in the movie theaters by doing another Batman movie, Wonder Woman, all that kind of stuff, they don't have to be connected. They can be, but they don't have to be. And
so you're saying, so what you're
way.
basically saying is that Zack Snyder should direct movies for streaming now.
I'm not saying that he has to or should, but that's what most directors are slowly being pushed into because theaters aren't opening at the moment. So it's either wait until Walmart finishes rebuilding all their drive-through theaters, or do your movie and content like Netflix and Amazon and all these other studios are doing and release it on streaming. People still have jobs. Actors and writers still get to have their content seen and out there. Everyone's moving forward. It's better than doing absolutely nothing.
Let's focus on one project.
I enjoy working. I enjoy working. So if it means, hey, sorry, the movie you're in, we're not going to be able to put it in the theater. We're going to have to do it to streaming. Cool. Somebody gets to see it. I'm fine with that.
I feel like what you were saying was hypothetical, like what happens after it hasn't been released yet.
Yes.
And I feel like when it comes to what we're dealing with the COVID situation, I think at this point it's important to just focus on what the task at hand, and figure out what we do in the future when we get there. Like Zack Snyder, maybe he's not thinking about the future. Maybe he just wants to be vindicated.
To finish out what he started out. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just put out my fucking thing and see what happens next. We don't know if he already signed contracts for other projects, but he at least wants. But at least at this moment, let's not focus on the future. At least that's my interpretation. Let's just let me finish this fucking one project because I need to get payback. Essentially, that's how I think.
That or having that feeling that you didn't get the chance to finish what you set out to do, and just see it through.
Yes,
and I'm okay with that too. No matter what he does in his version of the movie from here on out, I'm okay with whatever he comes out with. It was like, oh, okay, that's what you set out to do. That was cool. Yeah. That wasn't cool. Whatever.
Because if the suits decide to come back to him like, yo, Zach, they really like that fucking shit. You think you want to do another? I wouldn't be mad at him. He was like, fuck you. Nah, I'm good. Eat a dick.
Well,
like Michael Bay, he's like, no, I'm done.
Yeah,
Did you guys see the design for his Steppenwolf version? it's funny you mentioned Michael Bay because a lot of people are like, "Holy shit, it looks like a Transformer." Like Snyder's version of Steppenwolf looks like really like scaly, like somebody mentioned that on Twitter. I'm like, damn, you too. I was kind of seeing the same thing. So, but I heard that they actually went to the same school of art and design or something in Pasadena. So, what was it? Oh my god, I was gonna say something, but yeah. Anyways,
was it about Tenet?
No, but to the person that donated twice on that one, we already talked about it earlier, so you'll have to catch it earlier in the podcast when we finish. Yeah, I guess Tyrone, anything you want to say about Snyder Cut, man? I'm so done.
No, I just I'm just curious to see it. I'm not sure how I'm gonna get to see it because I don't have HBO Max, and I don't think they're gonna offer it overseas.
Say
what?
I thought HBO Max is being offered in Japan.
Oh, I don't know. It might be. I don't know. I haven't tried looking for it, so but if
not, I'm sure.
I'm hoping Netflix will pick it up like it does.
We'll work it out.
Yeah.
I caught that.
You know, it's funny. I'm looking at the Steppenwolf design. I don't see Transformer, but it does somewhat remind me.
What they're saying, like the concept,
Gremlins.
Yeah, I see that too. No, like the concept, like just overkill, like how the Bay formers were like overkill with the metallic parts and the robot parts. So Steppenwolf is like overkill. Like for me, I just don't care anymore. I'm just like, just release the Snyder Cut so we can move on from the Snyder Cut. That's
that. And I'm looking. It's like, okay, maybe his skin or armor as one is almost organic, so it closes in upon contact or if there's someone that's going to hit him, because the picture that's next to it looks like if those scales are closed down. It's like, oh, okay, they move with his motion of them. Whatever. I mean, either way, it's a concept.
So the big thing we can all the thing I'm actually waiting for more, and I'm sure we're gonna hear more about the Snyder Cut then too, is the DC fandom thing that's coming out.
DC fandom on August 20th.
Yeah.
August 20th.
Yeah.
Subtle.
Just blur his face. I'll live with that. What? Okay. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
That's the Dark Side design too.
Young Dark Side, or I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, the Snyder Cut. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and take some calls here and see what's up. Yeah. You guys can go ahead and join us in if you want to call in. You can talk about any of the topics you want to talk about here that we discussed. Robert Pattinson, what do you think about all of this?
I'm Robert Pattinson, asshole. I don't do that. Who are you?
Hey, someone did mention about Brie Larson playing Samus.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Is this a thing?
This rumor. Rumor.
So
it's just because it's just Brie Larson, like, you know how she riles up all the neck beards out there.
Yeah.
People legit, like, she just posted people get mad at her for fucking playing Animal Crossing and shit, and she started a YouTube channel, and people are like,
yeah, she plays plays the guitar also,
right? Yeah. And people are just like, she's not a real gamer, she's trying to take away our YouTube monetization. I'm like, what monetization?
What are you taking? What are you talking about? Yeah.
Right? It's
YouTube has monetization.
I wouldn't know. It's hard, guys. So you guys can just join the link right there, and if you have any questions for us, we'll be talking. But yeah, the hate she gets is so bizarre.
It's very weird.
It's out of control. I don't understand why people do that. Like, they'll jump on and make a video. Did you see Brie Larson's latest comments? This shit says da da da. It's like, okay, all right.
They need content.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like, come on.
They're not creative enough or something.
That's why I said Brie Larson should play Abby in The Last of Us. I'm saying.
So you can just hate her more.
People would lose their fucking minds. That's why her as Samus would really get people real mad.
I'm halfway through Last of Us 2, and it's an interesting game. There's some stuff that happens. There's some stuff that happens, and it's like, okay, that was kind of messed up. Oh, that was a cool surprise. And then there's stuff in there that's like, really?
Put it down. Turn on Ghost of Tsushima.
It's funny. It's funny you say that, but I'm actually planning on getting it as soon as I finish this. I purposely did not get it because if I do, everything else will get put to the side, and I don't want to do that. I want to be able to finish the game and then move on.
I wish we was playing Resident Evil, but I'm done. Like, fuck, nah. I gotta fucking save my country first before I deal with Raccoon City. Fuck those people, you know.
Are you playing in the Akira Kurosawa mode where it's all?
I haven't seen anybody playing that mode because it just looks so beautiful in color. That's why. So
okay.
Though
because
I was gonna ask if you did. How, is there a big difference in the gameplay? In the field,
it's really like, well, one of the things, one of the big things is when you fight, there's blockable attacks and unblockable, and that's a fraction of a second of a red or blue. And if you're playing in black and white, I'm like, how the fuck can you tell then? Like, that must be hard.
That's what makes it more intense.
I guess so. Yeah. It looks like we got a few people here. Hey. Oh, this will be interesting. DC fanboy, he returns.
What's going on? Welcome back.
Hello, it's me again.
Hi.
And DC San's here this time. I'm glad about that. I'm doing good. I didn't get to talk to him last time.
It's all you, brother. Go ahead, take it away.
All right. I have an interesting topic to talk about because of theaters not being open, and we got to rely on streaming services. Which ones do you think are doing the best right now in this situation?
Well, I know for a fact Netflix is doing the best in regards to their monies and stuff. Like
even though they are losing subscribers recently. Interesting enough.
Yeah.
But when it comes to their revenue, they've been reporting some really good numbers. So
they're the kings. They're the kings. Like Amazon can't even get close yet. So
It's like they have like content like just in their back pocket. Like I've been trying to finish this movie Old Guard. I keep falling asleep, but
you don't like it?
You need to finish it.
It's boring. I'm sorry.
You
my
like
wife
it?
My wife don't like me for not finishing it because she's down with that kind of shit. But I'm just like,
I actually loved it.
Yeah, it was good.
Well, because I read the comic book beforehand, so I was really excited, and I knew the story, even though they changed some things. So I was really amped for it. So I was actually with it.
And actually, Terry, that's what you just
read
reminded me.
the comic yet.
Sorry, that's what you just reminded me about. And sorry, DC fanboy, it's a side situation because Terry was talking about the Snyder cut and like WB coming back to Snyder after it does well. But here's the thing: is as far as I know, Warner Brothers is Warner Brothers thing. They're not big on, I mean, maybe some people in Warner Brothers, but those people, they're not really big on acknowledging Snyder. The only reason this kind of came about was the fact that AT&T bought the WB, started HBO Max, and then they're like, yo, we need something hot. And, all these people are hitting up AT&T like, yo, release the Snyder cut like that. I've heard that version of the story. And that's why you don't see really Warner Brothers really acknowledging any of this going on. I've heard this version of the story, but I've also heard the fact that one of the dudes at Warner Brothers called Snyder like a year ago and like, yo, this is getting traction. We should try to make something out. So that was just one thing I was going to put out. Go ahead, DC fanboy.
That's okay. An opportunity is an opportunity.
You're right about Netflix. Yeah, you're right about Netflix because they have something new every week. And they're like the only ones basically that have something new every week. But I think HBO also kills it. They're like second place. And especially
you're talking about popularity, right? Like I don't know how. Or like just like it's too early to say about numbers.
I don't know numbers, but I'm just talking about like the best content. Like
content.
Really?
Maybe like sometimes you don't want to watch like new stuff. Maybe sometimes you want to go back and watch like an old movie you like, or like rewatch a show. Like I've been rewatching Game of Thrones on HBO Max right now.
Wow.
And I have like a bunch of like a bunch of like old cartoons. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it is.
See, I'm not. It's weird because I am not one of those people, but I've never been like that. Like the moment I beat a game, I'm done. Like I will never go back and replay a game. Movies, it's very rare. It's
I
very
always
rare.
go back.
Yeah.
I always
Yeah.
go back.
It's very rare that I will go back to anything. So for me, that's why Netflix is kind of my go-to streaming service. Even though I have Prime, I have Disney Plus, I have all of those. The only one that I really watch is Netflix because there's always something new. So that's an interesting thought. Yeah. So for me, HBO Max has never appealed to me.
It's literally a mixed bag because they have both new content and old content. I was literally watching not Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom last night before going to bed. It's like, you know what? I haven't seen this. My only issue with Netflix is when you have a series of something and they don't have the first one or the last one. It's like Indiana Jones specifically didn't have Raiders of the Lost Ark. It started with Temple of Doom and on. So I went to watch it and it's like, hey, one of my friends actually hasn't seen it. It's like, hey, let's watch this. I'm looking for it. It doesn't exist. It's like, that doesn't make any sense. It's like, well, let's just start from the second one. I'm like, no, you don't do that. Start from the first one. And then move on to it. No, it's not that it's prequel, but it's like, if you're starting with the character and getting to know the character, you should start from the beginning.
Right.
Yeah.
That's like picking up a book and starting in the middle. Well, what happened before that? So that's why it's like the only or one of the few times Amazon has, saved a situation. Is like, okay, Amazon has it. But even Amazon is weird with some of the content because it's like, oh, well, what is it? Child's Play, the original.
The original.
It's on there. It shows that it's there, but it's not available to watch. Then why is it on? That doesn't make any sense.
My biggest thing with Amazon. Amazon.
You can't rent it.
So my biggest thing with Amazon is their shit looks whack as fuck in terms of the resolution and shit. Like Netflix is killing it in the 4K HDR game. Like I'm watching fucking Umbrella Academy and I'm like, damn, I could almost fucking touch that monkey. So DC fanboy, anything else you want to say?
Well, you guys all have good points, but like, are you disappointed with Disney Plus right now because of like the lack of Marvel shows and like lack of content coming from that? Exactly.
Yes.
I was so devastated when they didn't say when they said Falcon and Winter Soldier got like delayed and they only
delayed again.
Only like 9 days of filming left.
This shit is fucking like Disney Plus. The only reason I haven't fucking canceled my subscription is because I keep on forgetting about the $7 that they're charging me a month and shit. I'm like Mandalorian kept that shit alive, and Mandalorian, I'm about to forget. Like I if they don't bring something real soon, man.
That is the way.
Yeah, the biggest issue with Disney Plus is not having new content that is geared or meant for me. Like they have new content up there.
DC Sun,
but it's not stuff that I have an interest in. If I'm sitting in a classroom with first graders or second graders, and it's this animated version of nature or whatever, hey, it's perfect. But if I come home after a long day of work and it's like, hey, I want to see some content with some superheroes or something with something interesting.
Do I have to?
And
you want to be famous? Take it off.
There's nothing there, and I can only watch The Mandalorian and The Gallery, but so many times.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I enjoy it, but
the delays is just a part of it.
Yeah,
right. Like if they're not ready to put the content out, take your time with it. It's not done. Don't put out a pre-cooked chicken.
Yeah.
So, but I'm also done with them putting out half of it. So it's like, okay, you set out to film, say, 10 episodes, and you've only got 8 days left of filming for the end of the series. Well, if it's not within the first 5 episodes, go ahead, edit those, put those out, and give us a season break, and the next ones will come out later. At least there's something to put there as opposed to we're going to delay it again. We're going to delay it again. Because
what I will say, marketing is also a big problem with Disney. Well, at least Disney Deluxe out here and Disney Plus out here in Japan. Because I'm like, if you really do search deep in that shit, first and foremost, I gotta fucking install my laptop, connect that shit by an HDMI because I don't have
To the
Disney.
computer, yep.
I don't have. There's my smart TV is obviously not smart enough to have Disney Deluxe or whatever the fuck that shit is. So first I need to connect that shit, and then I gotta go. Like I'm fingering my fucking controller just to go through the fucking UI of the website. So my main point is the fact that unlike Netflix, this shit is fucking hard. Like Disney Deluxe doesn't really recommend stuff based on my interests and things like that. And so I just completely forget about it. It's just too much work. Like, again, I'm telling you, Disney 18, Frozen, Elsa's Ecstasy.
Well, speaking of Marvel stuff, and like Marvel shows, did you see like that trailer for Hellstorm or whatever it's called on Hulu?
I saw a couple photos and a clip of an interview, but I didn't get a chance to see it. Was it any good?
Well, I'm not familiar with that specific like story, but it's like a horror kind of. It's what New Mutant should have been, and it looks okay. It's like a Ghost Rider kind of character. He's like a devil kind of character. Like I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember the trailer that much, but yeah. But it looks all right.
Fair enough. That good.
If it's on Hulu, then I might at least it won't be like kiddish like a Disney Plus show, but it could be all right. Maybe reaction. No, that's not gonna happen. Never mind.
Probably not. I don't know. We'll
I think because you also mentioned it was on Hulu, and out here Hulu doesn't have a lot of content at all.
Bro,
it barely exists out here.
The boys almost dodged a bullet. Like I almost did not watch The Boys just because they said it's on Amazon Prime, and I'm like, do I even have Amazon Prime? Like I was like, I had to look that shit up, and I'm like, oh shit, I do have it. Okay, let me check this out. Like so, I get it. DC fanboy, thank you for the call, man.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Thanks, man. Have a good one.
Thank you. Take care.
See you next time.
And here we go. The Night of G. Black Nerd Swag.
Yo, what's up? You can hear me? Everything good?
Yeah. You got
what's up, man?
How you doing?
It's a lady. Aka knows that.
Yeah, it's a lady. Who said man? What up? Yeah. I think I met I did meet her at New York Comic-Con. Yes.
Yeah, I always appreciate that. I was like, because I actually was looking for you at that point. I think we were trying to find each other on Twitter, and then I finally fucking found you, so it was great.
Yeah, it was real cool. No, it was a pleasure to meet you, and thank you for always being part of our Twitch streams as well. It's always good. Yeah.
Yeah. No problem.
Yeah. How you? Are you in New York right now?
Yeah, I'm in New York.
Are you guys still in lockdown or what?
No, we are not in lockdown. We haven't been.
Good.
That's a good thing.
Good. Yeah, we should probably call Marta. We haven't checked on we haven't checked on her in a while. Shit. Yeah. So what? Did you have a question or something?
I mean, the question I had is like, especially for you guys as sort of Black creators in the space. All you guys are in Japan, right?
Yep.
Yes.
All my other folks. I always see this time period, since a lot of people cannot release content, whether most of the major studios or whatever, as a time that is an opportunity for other creators to actually put more of their stuff out there and actually have monetization by learning those things they can get around. I don't know if you guys see the same opportunity. What has been your perspective as content creators saying, you know what, they ain't got shit to do. If I do this, I could probably gain more traction because people want stuff to consume.
I'll let the professionals answer first.
Well, no, I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out what was the question.
What is your perspective on that in terms of you as a content creator saying, you know what, maybe I should try to push more of my stuff since there isn't a lot of distraction, so to speak, because people have to delay their movies or, delay their games or whatever the case may be. Do you see this as an opportunity for yourself to grow?
Okay, so because of the situation right now and the reduction
make things easier for you as a creator.
Okay, as a creator, I I think it's a for me it's a what's the word I'm looking for? Twofold part or something like that. Like there's a good point to it,
Double-edged
and then I wanted to say double-edged sword, but it comes to me twofold situation. So yes,
situation.
Right. So the good thing is, yo, I'm hella free now. I'm at home. I can do some Twitch streaming. I got all this time. I don't have my regular job to bother me like as much, and I enjoy that. But at the same time, now I'm lacking that sort of drive. Like as you guys can see in this podcast, new releases, new trailers. I don't really care because I don't even know when we're going to be able to see a lot of this stuff. The Snyder Cut, man, I don't care. I'm trying to talk about the future. Oh, the Wonder Woman got delayed. Oh man, so it's kind of hard because my intensity for a lot of things, San Diego Comic-Con the weekend, or thinking about New York Comic-Con. Well, shit, can I even breathe in New York by the time October comes around? I don't know. You know, that's the thing. I don't really know. And so and the second point is the fact that you also got to remember that even, yes, we are creators, but we are human as well, and we're going through the pandemic just like everybody else, so that can mentally get to us as well when trying to create content. Maybe a few months ago I went off on somebody because they were just like, man, you need to be more positive, like such and such and such. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't make fucking videos every day and I can collect monetization from YouTube like that shit. I got a real job. I got to worry about paying my fucking rent. Like, you know, yes, I have more time. And there's always something I want to put out, but I also have my real life shit I got to deal with as well. So that's my particular perspective on it. DC son?
More of the same. Basically, having more time, you would think that it makes it easier to do more creative content, things of that nature. But there are days where it makes it twice as difficult because your drive changes, your focus changes. May set out, okay, this time I'm going to put a bunch of the sketches and stuff that I did together with some music that I did and just make a music track and post it as a music video or whatever. And then you find yourself being distracted by stuff going outside, or hey, look, because the numbers of people who have contracted the coronavirus in your area has gone up, I got to run to the grocery store and pick up as much as I can because stock's going to be gone. They're going to close the doors for the next week. You know, stuff that you shouldn't have to worry about, but are now the new norm. So it does make it difficult. And then studio work for me is almost nil because Corona. It's like, let's do it by remote. Then they're like, well, where do you want to do it? And that becomes a whole different set of problems. So it's hard. It's hard. And that's not even getting into anything on the personal side or trying to meet up with friends and do stuff. I can't remember, when is the last time we all got together in the same place?
This is the big point I was going to make out. The point out was the fact that, it's so weird that you would think that with all this time that we have, Terry would be over here, DC son would be over here, Tyrone. We could even get Callie back and shit. God knows when the last time, right?
Anytime soon.
Right. And so I'm like, it's wild. Like
way out in the country.
When we had a schedule, when we had something kind of set up, we could actually reserve time, and then that was kind of our free time. But now all of us are so on standby with our own personal stuff that it's really hard. Like it's so weird. Like literally, DC son lives literally right down the street or a few stations away from me and shit. And I haven't seen this
basically
dude
13 minutes by train.
Right. I haven't seen this dude forever, man. It's crazy, like how this pandemic has changed things. And then if we were all so busy again, then we can make it. I literally talked to Callie yesterday, 2 days ago, and Callie's being Callie, her usual self, and I'm like, yo, like if you got an extra room, you can be part of these conversations and everything. And then I'm hearing excuses after excuses. I'm like, okay, then whatever.
The timing, backgrounds, and nothing's going so late. Yeah, she's having a hard time.
How about Tyrone? No, actually, back Obsidian. If we're just going down the scale of productivity, Terry.
Yeah, so before the
pandemic, that's not a slight on Tyrone. It's just the fact
I was gonna say I should have.
Tyrone will be in and out.
He's like, I'm gone.
It was actually quite frustrating at first because when the pandemic first hit, okay, Japan is doing okay. I met some folks, did some collaborations, and we were having dates and timelines and shit to do more projects together, videos. And I guess I understand what you're saying coming from America and your perspective, but don't get it twisted. Like Akasan and Dante said, we're getting affected in Japan as well. Folks have left the country. Productions have ceased.
That's right.
And I'm over here just doing videos with the kids. I shoot videos constantly, but it's not as vast as I want it to be. It's just dad time for me. So yeah, but I love it. It at least gives me the chance to reconnect with my family. So for me, I can't complain. So yeah,
that's actually a good point too, because all of us are either all of us have families or some sort of commitment, married, whatever the case might be. So it's not like we're kind of just living off of somebody else or living at home, depending upon somebody. We still got to think about survival here. Tyrone?
Yeah, so for me, like I say, I don't create much recently because I do work full time, and I do also go to graduate school full time. So my time is very limited. But I do try to do something creative. Like actually, I've been making songs in my free time, and I've been trying to do that more often. And
damn, nigga, you singing? You on the mic?
No, not singing. After the stream, there are beats, but actually, I'll share with you guys after the stream, so you can let me know what you think. But yeah, it's just so I've been doing things like that, and I like writing, so I've been trying to do that more often. I do want to bring up one thing that I've been wanting to mention before is I think it is causing a lot of people to be more creative. What's that girl's name? Zendaya? Zendaya actually made a movie during quarantine. She called up a director she knew, said, "Could you write a movie for me?" And they made a movie in 2 weeks. They got a crew. They just all stayed in one place. They quarantined for a couple of weeks, and then when they quarantined, they just limit the amount of people in a room at one time, and they made a whole movie. So I think that this could be a good time for people to get creative, and it could change the way that people make movies and make television. So I think this is a good opportunity for us to pivot and change how we create things. Like now, like we're doing a podcast and we're doing like a live stream, and we haven't seen each other in months.
This is very true.
Yeah, you just have to. You can get it done. You just have to get creative and figure out a way to do it. You
got to think outside the line. Yeah, as he was saying, you got to be creative. You got to think outside the line. You can't let fucking weather be fucking with you and shit. Disconnection.
Like it was today.
Disconnection, Tyrone, all that.
I
mean, somebody sent me this right now. They're like, dude, look what you're missing, Akasan. Why don't you come over? We're assembling and shit. And I'm just like, no, nigga, social distancing. You didn't hear the news?
Yeah, no, I mean, my perspective is different because I've been in New York since the shit went down. And so I experienced this in a very real way in terms of family members in my home dying. And being sick with them dying and not being able to take them to the hospital. So, going through that whole thing, my perspective in it is a bit different than folks who have not experienced kind of sort of that. Like, it's different when the person next door is literally dying and they're saying they have to die in the apartment because they won't allow them in the hospital.
Because they won't allow them in the
hospital. That's a whole different shit. In terms of that, and then have to produce. Oh my, and my thing is like we have our sort of creators down. Like, look, there's a hole in the market. Whatever you got old, it's going to be new to somebody else because you just didn't have the audience before. So might as well just share that shit. I mean, that was what I was more talking about. Like, people like, I'm gonna create something new, or I'm not gonna create something new. I'm depressed or whatever, or I can't pay my bills. I'm like, eventually rent due and people gonna get kicked out your house, so you got to figure some shit out. And I'm, very much aware of that. I'm like, yo, while we got the shit now, and you got old shit out, we might as well congruently kind of sort of get together and collectively push that, because our old shit is somebody's new shit, because they were waiting for the Wonder Woman movie. They were waiting for this movie. Like, I was like, much shit that I was waiting to see. When the hell are we going to see it? I guess 2 years from now. And like, even with Black Nurse Black, part of our thing is we don't create our content, we curate other people's content. So the fact that there's no movies, there's no other, most of the stuff is gone. Like, we're really in a similar position as many other stuff, like outlets. Hey, this ain't happening. Where's our content? So our thing is like, well, who's indie, who has their own stuff that's old that they produced already, and let's push that a bit. He said something, nothing. Because as a creator, I look at you can spin, let they blame, or you can try to at least give them another way out. And to me, that's kind of your job as a creator. At least give someone another way out, because I can sit and watch the news and tell you all the people who got shot around me. I can tell you about all the people who died in my house and my next door neighbor and everything else. But how is that helping you? It don't. So I'd rather, hey, yo, this creator over here, some cool shit over here. They did some thing animated that's 2 years old, but it's new to you, and that takes you to a different place. So that's kind of my perspective on it. So I was just curious as I've gone through different creators, trying to figure things out, like especially our con folks who actually lived their life going to cons and making their money, who had the entire income shut off. So I'm always like looking at those guys, and a lot of them are my friends, and I'm like, well, they're fucked. So what can I do to kind of at least help them out, not be as fucked, because that's how they make all of their money. Like, there is no teaching out for them.
So definitely in this new situation, a lot of people are going to have to change the way they make money. That's Absolutely. Just the reality of the economy and the situation. But I can't. I don't have.
I mean, but that's the thing. Like, to jump off of what Obsidian is saying is like, yeah, you're gonna have to do it, and you're asking what, but the question is, there's no easy answer. If there was an easy answer, everybody would be doing it right now. Yep. And if you're lucky, in my experience, I started doing Twitch more instead of YouTube, and I started trying to pull some stuff off. Tyrone was he's been talking about his podcast idea for maybe a year now, and I'm just like, fuck it, let's just do it. Don't even overthink this shit. Let's just start doing it on Sundays and make that shit happen. DC Son gets presented with ideas. He's like, yo, let's just do it. Let's make this shit happen. But you really don't know. There's no battle plan for this situation, but you gotta, I look at the situation the same way I look at my situation when I first came to Japan, or the same way when I first started on YouTube. If there's an opportunity, you see an opportunity, you just go for it. If you don't, you try and create it. You find what you're interested in and try to create a business around that. So I would say that's the best way.
Like, at least coming off this coronavirus, we're not out of the fire yet,
right,
but at least, if anything, I'm more willing to say yes to projects, right? Like, yeah, sure. Like, how many times have we made excuses for things that we can't do? But now it's like, you know what? You never know. Fuck it. It's a good idea. Let's go with it. You know what I mean?
I'm coming from, like, I own a marketing agency, so my whole life is taking shit online and making people pay for it.
Wow.
So to me, what I wind up doing, because a lot of my creative friends, like folks that are like, yo, I'm out the industry, and like they are the first and only X of what in that particular space. A lot of times, I'm like, all right, I will teach you how to actually do this, because this is the only way you're going to be able to do it for like a couple of years. Like in New York, like New York Comic Con, like I know major artists that make their buck for the last half of the year at NYCC, and it's not happening. Like, you are not having I can't see us having New York Comic Con in the hospital of COVID, which was Jacob Javits Center. I just can't
very
see
true. Yeah, right. No, you're right. You're right. Things are changing, and I mean, like you said, like it's an all new ball game, and but I definitely appreciate the fact that you're out there trying to help people with this, because I do feel like more minorities need an idea of how to market themselves. I mean, there's people that not even minorities, just younger people that really don't have the idea of doing how to do marketing. I mean, like the other day there was what Night you and I were talking about. We were talking about ReactorCon, and you know, it's cool that like they approached me about it. They wanted me to join it, but they didn't really have a proposal. They didn't really have a plan. They didn't really have any sort of outline. So I'm like, I can't really commit to things that I know is good for my business to try and do this if you don't really have a plan, especially with my time zone. Whereas I just got an email earlier today from another influencer, and tomorrow morning I have like this kind of secret summit with a bunch of people to do some work. So but you know, they had a proposal, they had a key point, and they're gonna have an MC and everything. So it's kind of like I get what you're saying. So that's the whole thing. It's like and that comes with experience. But yeah, some people kind of need to know that. But that's also the beauty of YouTube, and it's the fact that anybody can start a channel, but it takes it takes an actual some experience or skill to run one and make it grow and things like that. So.
Well, yeah, because I've been like people have been hiring me to consult in some of these virtual cons. So like there's certain shit you gotta say I like can't say because I was like in privy to some meetings. And I'm like the first thing I was like, well, this isn't built. All this shit here has to be built in order for this to actually work and look like somewhat organized. And they're like, oh, well, we don't need that. And I'm like, and now you get what you get.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
I can't mention names or not to, but you know what you see.
I got you. Well, I wish you, or we wish you, the best of luck night there. Where you're going. I keep on wanting to say, you know what, you and the Knight, I'm talking about John Knight, you guys should collaborate. You guys are both in the same. He's in New York as well. You guys should. I would like to see that night on night blackness, pure black excellence. That should happen. Okay. I did for Days Son. DC Son, have you heard of OnlyFans, by the way?
Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I got ideas, man. Like. A lot of our friends have signed up to OnlyFans recently.
Yeah, I've gotten a few
offers,
invitations of hey,
there you go,
offers and other stuff.
Listen to what the Knight is saying. Jump on those opportunities. Do what Terry does. Just say yes. Just say yes.
Hey,
you will not see me sitting like this poolside.
Come on. How many people in the chat want to see the real man still?
You're making like $7,000 a month. That's all I can say.
I'm just saying, look, that Akafans is coming real soon, man. I'm about to start selling my hair and shit. Anyways, Knight, thank you so much. Thank you for calling. Yeah. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, cool. Yeah, she was real cool. Yeah, she's always been a big supporter of the Red Dreaded Nation. All right, fellas, I think it's about that time, right?
Yeah.
We're good. We're fading.
PlayStation. I'm getting ready.
Oh shit! All right, y'all. Well, guys, make sure you jump on over to Twitch. Harry cannot. He can't drop. He can't put this fucking game down. He's crazy about it. The Ghost of Tsushima.
You got any more of them swords? Any more of them bow and arrows? You know.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're going. That was. Wait, what did you say?
I said, do you have any more of them bow and arrows? You know.
Oh, I get it. That was a Tyrone thing. A Tyrone joke. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, so anyways, you jump on over to Twitch and you can see Terry play right now. I wish at least half of you guys jump on over to Twitch so you can see Terry living it up. We're planning a Ghost of Tsushima tour. We're gonna go to the island of Tsushima. I don't care if it's just me and Terry run around in our fucking kimonos or whatever and shit, but you know,
make sure you sign up for OnlyFans before you do that, so you can get your beach photos up
subscribe
there
to the
paid.
You're living in a fucking dream world.
Exactly, Zack Snyder. Let me get Tyrone back real quick so we can just say goodbye.
All
right. Anything? Say goodbye, Tyrone. We're leaving.
All right. I'm back. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. See you guys on the next episode. This is real fun.
Yeah, it's been fun. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Both of you with the Wi-Fi.
You serious?
And make sure you guys support the Patreon or something like that to help DC Son with his Wi-Fi and Tyrone with a green screen. Actually, both of these motherfuckers need some real connections. Me and Terry, we've been straight for the most part, man. Only God can cut us
today.
up.
Yeah, we had this fucking.
Like I said, only God of Tsushima can cut Terry off right now. All right, y'all, we out of here, guys. Thank you so much. Peace.
Super.